is now evident that the Director of Criminal Investigations, the Inspector General himself of the National Police Service, and the Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Lagat, are among and many other leaders blatantly lied on oath on the brutal killing of Albert Ojwang. Today we unpack a seismic call from former Chief Justice David Maraga demanding the arrest of 3 of Kenya's top security officials over the brutal death of blogger Albert Ojwang. This is a story of justice, accountability, and a nation at a crossroads. On June 16, 2025, former Chief Justice David Maraga stood before journalists in Nairobi and issued a bold ultimatum: the arrest of Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, Deputy Inspector General Lagat, and Director of Criminal Investigations Mohammed Amin by June 25th. Why? The tragic death of a 31-year-old blogger Albert Ojwang in police custody. Stand with the other Kenyans in this liberation and demand that the leadership of the National Police Service and all those implicated take responsibility for their actions. Consequently, the Kenyans have lost trust in, the Kenyan people have lost trust in them. This cannot be allowed to continue. Our institutions of human rights and justice need a serious resetting and rebuilding. To begin this resetting and rebuilding process, we demanded the arrest of the DCI because he lied on oath, and the IG, as well as Mr. Lagat himself. Maraga alleges these officials lied under oath about Ojwang's kidnapping, torture, and murder, accusing them of giving contradictory statements that clash with police reports. It's now evident that the Director of Criminal Investigations, the Inspector General himself of the National Police Service, and the Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Lagat, are among and many other leaders blatantly lied on oath on the brutal killing of Albert Ojwang. That contradicts quite a number of the statements that came from the police service. We were being told that Ojwang hit his head against the wall, implying that he actually committed suicide, which is not true. President Ruto himself made a statement which was callous and very, very disrespectful to the people who, or to the family of Ojwang. And it was intended to avoid taking responsibility for the kidnapping, the killings, and what has happened in the past few years. Few months. The back of the Kenyans have been hurt, but they are rising. Their right to peaceful assembly, to demonstrate, and to petition authority is legally supported by Article 37 of the Constitution. He is calling for the prosecution alongside others linked to this case, citing prima facie evidence impacting DIG Lagat in the illegal arrest and brutal killing. And they be prosecuted, and those, of course, who are associated with the murder of Ojwang. To be clear, we support the efforts of the other Kenyans who have already petitioned for private prosecution. And if no action is taken, we will join them and come up even with fresh charges against them. Albert Ojwang was a teacher turned blogger known for his fearless posts on X, tackling corruption and social issues. His arrest in Homa Bay on June 7th followed a complaint by DIG Lagat, who claimed Ojwang's posts were defamatory. Tragically, Ojwang was found dead in Nairobi Central Police Station just hours later.
For the investigations, which we want to be done expeditiously, all of us, the Kenyan people, are interested to get to know. So basically that is the reason why these are the people, the officers who are on duty, they step aside to allow for that investigation. And that is exactly what happened, because they were there when all these issues that we are discussing here happened. Thank you, Chair.
An autopsy revealed head injuries, neck compressions, and soft tissue damage, clear signs of assault, debunking initial police claims of suicide. This sparked nationwide outrage, reigniting calls for police reform.
Hitting against a blunt substance, a wall, would have a particular pattern, a frontal bleeds. But the bleeds that we found on the scalp, on the skin of the head, was partially spread on all aspects, including the face, the sides of the head, and also the back of the head. When we tie up together with other injuries that are well spread in the body, including the upper limbs and the trunk, then this is unlikely to be self-inflicted injury.
Niliambiwa ya kwamba mtoto wangu amejigonga kwenye ukuta. Nauliza swali, huku kwenye makwapa pia unaweza kufika kwenye ukuta huko juu kwa kugongwa?
Maraga didn't hold back. He accused Kanja, Lagat and Amin of undermining public trust in the National Police Service, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigation. He is pushing for a complete overhaul of these institutions, starting with the ouster of these officials. Maraga also highlighted Article 1 and Article 3 of the Kenya's Constitution, which grants citizens sovereignty to demand accountability, even through private prosecution, if the Director of Public Prosecution fails to act.
It can demand for private prosecution and go right ahead. Articles 1 and 3 of the Constitution guarantee all the Kenyans their sovereignty. They can act directly or through the institutions that have been set. My team and I support those constitutional actions of Kenyans who are exercising the freedom of assembly to express their demand for accountability, so that those who are involved are taken, action is taken against them. So as I've said, if nothing is done...
Maraga's deadline of June 25th coincides with the planned mega protest marking the one-year anniversary of the 2024 Gen Z protests, where dozens were killed and abducted during the demonstrations against the finance bill. Ojwang's death has poured fuel on these plans, with activists and opposition leaders rallying Kenyans to demand justice.
And we demand that this be done on or before the 25th of June this year.
If no arrests are made by June 25th, Maraga vows to join nationwide protests and support private prosecution efforts. This could be a defining moment for Kenya's fight against impunity.
If that is not done, we will formally come out and join those efforts and demand for private prosecution. You know, the law provides for that. If the DPP or the agencies don't want to take that action, we are not left to help.
As Kenya awaits June 25th, the question remains, will the government act or will citizens take justice into their own hands? Maraga's call has galvanized a nation tired of police brutality and institutional failures. The pressure is on President William Ruto's administration to deliver accountability. This is more than a story, it's a movement. What do you think? Should Kanja, Lagat and Amin face arrest? Share your thoughts in the comment section. For Maisha TV, I'm William Juma.